Shadow of the Horned Rat. An overview. Released in 1996 for the PC and PlayStation, Shadow of the Horned Rat is a real-time strategy game based off of the Warhammer license. In the game, you play as a mercenary commander, where you are responsible for managing a warband of troops, where you select missions and outfit a band of units that you hire and can fire. The reception to the game was mixed, with major complaints being around the unfriendliness of the UI, but there were compliments on how it felt true to the Warhammer franchise and the innovativeness of the gameplay. The game proved successful enough to receive a sequel, and the core gameplay and features of it have been found in later games who were imitating the style. The era. Shadow of the Horned Rat was released during a period of rapid growth in processing power. This had a definite impact on how the game was developed in both styles and setting. So, this was a period where new genres were emerging and there was immense pressure to expand the possibilities of what could be played in comparison to the modern period where gameplay technology has plateaued and we're seeing refinements. So, in Shadow of the Horned Rat, the gameplay is completely novel in the fact that you're controlling squads of units in real time, and in comparison to older games where you might control smaller units. So as you can see currently, I'm showing you what real-time games looked like before Dark Omen, where you see a more zoomed in version of maps with fewer models that could be processed at any one time. Now, if you compare that to the Total War series, which came out with its first entry about 4 years later, where you're seeing larger units on the field, and the impact of this is that the Shadow of the Horned Rat was destined for more small unit play with a focus on squads, and you can actually see this in other strategy games at the time. Shadow of the Horned Rat is very much defined by its antecedents, especially given that it's a licensed game of the Warhammer franchise. One of the main ways that it defines itself, or the one way it sets itself up, is by very much pushing into that heritage. Now, I want to talk about how the Warhammer franchise might be considered based off more of Lord of the Rings. However, I think historically you can trace its lineage back to Dungeons and Dragons, which is a game series that was designed to imitate the pulp fiction stylings of Conan the Barbarian rather than the epic high fantasy of something like Lord of the Rings. Successes. Shadow of the Horned Rat has two major successes. So the Total War series, I think, is its closest successor, imitating the real-time battle stylings that you see in the game. But you also have other elements of the game, such as the customizable heroes with equipable items that you see in games such as Warcraft 3. For the focus of this, I want to dive more into the impact of the narrative imitating the stylings of Warhammer.